Hey guys, Jim and Jamie here. It's been a while. It's been 2 months since I've got this Raider GE77Hx. So I wanted to give a 2-month update. Sorry for the delay. I've been so busy. And I know a lot of you have been asking me questions about screen quality, benchmarking, all that kind of stuff. Somebody's walking on the roof. I'm here at my co-working space, Rock Candy. You can see it over my shoulder there. Pretty cool space. But anyway, a lot of you have been asking me about screen quality and stress testing and all that kind of stuff. So I'm probably going to do that in my next video. I'm planning on doing a Cinebench test, probably like a 30-minute test. And then for the GPU testing, I heard there's Unengine Heaven. There's like a test there. I'll probably do that for like 30 minutes. And a memory test with MemTest86. So I'm planning on doing that on the next video. But I want to give an update on this machine. So why did I go with the Raider GE77Hx? I went because this CPU, again, was a Core i7 12800 HX, which ranked really high. So that was one reason. And it also came with the GeForce RTX 3070 Ti. I'm trying to do this from memory, but I believe that video card. And those rank very high. I do 3D visualization. I do a lot of graphic stuff, content creation. So again, you can look back at the videos I did before about the unboxing and my initial review. But another reason, why did I go with the Raider GE77HX over the Legion 7, I think it is, or... Okay, so with the Legion 7, which I hear is a good machine, I kind of just went off of looks. I know they're both very comparable. Again, I'm not a gamer, but I do a lot of visual stuff, and I need that strong internals of a gaming machine. Why didn't I go with the content creator machine? MSI offers one, and there's the Dell XPS and machines like that. I like the look. I like the look of this machine. I like the color bar on the front. Why didn't I go with the Raider GE76 over this Raider GE77HX? You know what? I couldn't find much of a difference between the two machines. I looked at all the specs online. Obviously, you're going to be paying more for a Core i9 processor or a better screen. But the reason why I went with the GE77 over the GE76 was it's a newer model. So I couldn't find any differences between the two machines. So I went with the newer model. It's as simple as that, because they're pretty much identical. If you know a difference between the two, drop a comment below, please. Also, quick update, our winner. I did a fun little gift card giveaway on my last video. The winner was Golden Eye, so congrats Golden Eye on your gift card win. Okay. 2-month update. The pros. So I use Photoshop a lot. I render videos. I've been using Adobe Rush. I know a lot of you might use Adobe Premiere, Premiere Pro. I use Blender a lot for rendering. All those are so much faster. And again, you'll see that in the stress test in that next video. But so much faster with my renders on my old MSI. I don't know if I mentioned that. Another reason why I went with this MSI is my old MSI, which is right here, has lasted me many, many years. I've had this for 9 years. It's a GE70, and again, a good machine. And that's one of the main reasons why I got this machine, because that proved to be a great machine for so long. The only thing I had to do was replace the fan twice on that and the power adapter once. So again, that's another reason why I went with the MSI brand. So with rendering 3D stuff, I used to actually upload that to an external website, and I would render in the cloud, and they'll send it back to me. Now I don't have to do that anymore. The renders are super fast, and I don't know how much faster, but like maybe 20 times faster. Again, we'll see it in the stress test on that next video. Photoshop, everything's working pretty good. Now, I'll talk about my RAM soon, but I'm kind of maxing out on my RAM. I mentioned that on my last laptop, kind of maxing out around 16 gigs of RAM. This machine performs so much better, even though it is kind of getting maxed out. And I can't remember if I mentioned I'm going to try and do that RAM upgrade from the 16 to 32 gigs, and I also got an SSD, 2 terabyte internal SSD card to go in that extra slot on this GE77. Okay, so another, one small thing that I like about this is I can kind of reach into my bag and grab it easily and pull it out. This is the 17-inch monitor. I can kind of pull it out with one hand. I mean, it's like a small thing, but it's something I do every day. So I reach into my laptop and I can kind of pull it out without a fear of it slipping out of my hand. My other older laptop didn't have that same kind of grip. There's a little lip I'll show you on this one. Okay, so people have been asking about, does it stay clean and smudges? And it stays very clean. I haven't wiped this yet. Might be a little dusty, but if you can see here, I'm trying to see if you can see, but not much smudges. Again, a little dusty, but I don't know if you can see. You might be able to see a little bit of smudge there, but keeps very clean. Very happy about that. Let's look at the back here. So again, I haven't wiped this yet. You can see a little bit of smudges on the top here. Let's see if I can get right there. But again, I like the outside. I'm sure if I wipe that off, wipe it away, it will come off. So again, very happy about that. Keyboard has been working good. I like the feel of it. One thing I had to get used to was the delete key was here compared to my old one, but I do like the full numpad. You can see the cursors are right here. This does only have one function key here, but if you push it, the proper function buttons light up. So keyboard's pretty good. One thing I kind of wish this had was, if you look on my old laptop here, the power supply plugged into the left-hand side. I actually like that better. It's not a deal breaker for me, but here, when I set up every day, I kind of have to go in the back and try and find that, look over the laptop and plug this in that way. So not a deal breaker, but something that I think I would prefer on the side. The other thing is, again, this power adapter, if you remember from the unboxing video, it's huge. So it does add a little bit of weight to your bag. I don't know if I mind that as much, but it is kind of clunky, and I wish that's something that they could address in their next model. I do wish that this cord is so thick, and when I plug it in, I want to kind of move my laptop around. It is kind of cumbersome. So I don't know, maybe with the newest technology, they might be able to downsize that, make it a little more sleek, a little smaller. One other thing, the RJ45 port is on the back too. I guess that's okay. On my old machine, it was on the left-hand side here. Yeah, here on the left. On my old machine, it was right there, which I kind of preferred, but not a big deal. Okay, so battery length, it's around 3 hours if I'm using my machine like normal with several programs open and a bunch of browser tabs. Probably like you guys, I have a bunch of browser tabs open all the time. So it's about 3 hours of battery life, and then to recharge it is about another 3 hours, give or take, but that seems to be the case. So I wanted to talk about the battery settings here. The one thing So whenever I have to update this battery, I'm going to have to open up unscrew the plate on the bottom to get to the battery. This, my older laptop, I thought it was kind of cool, but basically it had an external battery, I guess you'd call it, but this pretty much slips out. And I kind of like that in case I had to swap out batteries. But let me take this out quick. So it kind of slipped out like that, so it's an external battery. I think I kind of prefer that, but hopefully I won't have to replace this battery for a while. I usually don't use the battery that often, but I was looking into battery health, so I'm going to go to, okay, so here you can probably see the MSI Center. They have a system diagnosis, and it also talks about here, I thought this would be interesting for some of you guys. If you manually use your laptop with adapter plugged, we suggest you set the charge capacity at a lower percentage, around 60 or 80%, to prolong your battery life cycle. So I remember with my last laptop, I had to go through a battery or two, and I always had it plugged in, and I always had it plugged in at 100%. So maybe this, well, I guess I know what they're talking about. So the 60 to 80% is probably the ideal thing. Actually, right now I'm at 20% because I'm using battery. But they'll give you these options. So you can automatically switch to the most suitable battery mode based on the artificial intelligence calculation, or you can do the best for mobility, charge the battery to 100% all the time. Balance is charge the battery when under 70, stop at 80. And best for battery, which I just switched to today, is charge the battery when under 50%, stop at 60%. So I'm going to try that. Also in the system diagnosis, you can see that it has keeps track of your disk, but also your memory here. And right now I'm at around 83%. Several times when I'm using Photoshop and rendering and all that kind of stuff, it'll jump up to 90 some percent. So I'm interested to see how much better my laptop's going to perform with the 32 gigs of RAM. A lot of people mentioned that 64 gigs of RAM at this time might be overkill. So I just tried to save a little bit of money, and I'm doing the 32 gigs of RAM. Doing it myself, again, to save money. I didn't get this model, this GE77Hx with the 32 gigs, just because I wanted to test out the 16 gigs first and save a little bit of money by upgrading the RAM myself. It's kind of fun working on your own machine. I like to work on cars. It's fun to work on, open up the laptop and work on that as well. Let me show you something else here. Okay, so again, in this MSI Center, it has a hardware monitoring, so it shows you your CPU usage, your GPU usage, again, your memory, and then here, I wish we can open up this screen a little bit more, but it's not letting me. Anyway, it shows you your fan speed, so it has fan 1, fan 2, and again, we'll be looking at this during the stress test. I'm looking forward to getting that other SSD in there. I'm going to talk about Wi-Fi in a second here. So power plan, I'm on the balance. Shows you the CPU temperature, GPU clock, VRAM clock, and GPU temperature. I think it's usually floating around 50 to 55. Again, it'll be fun to test that out. So you can see all the features here: gaming mode, smart priority, user scenario, general settings. Little quirks: when I plug in the power adapter, the screen goes black for a second and then comes back. Just a little quirk. Yeah, screen quality. Again, this is the screen quality. So this is a 2560 by 1440. I really like the display so far. Again, this is a QHD 240 Hz ultra fast gaming display. Okay, so the QHD 240 gaming display, they consider it maybe one of the best because when you weigh it against the higher end and the lower end, it kind of meets all the requirements of a serious gamer. One thing, also I wanted to talk about the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is really fast. Again, this is with the Wi-Fi 6E, and I've noticed a huge difference. Let me switch to that screen right now. Do a test right now. I just did one earlier. Let's do another one. We have a fast network here in the office, and compared to my other machine, which I'll plug in and do a test soon, this is going to be much faster, and I'll show a picture of the difference between the two side by side so you can get an idea as I talk here. But very, very happy with the Wi-Fi speed. So maybe that stress test, that gaming stress test, I'll do in the next video. We'll be able to see how that performs. Anyway, I hope this video is helpful. Hope you all are doing good. Again, I'm excited to do that RAM upgrade in the next video, and hope everybody's doing good out there. Hope everybody's drying out after all this rain. Hope everybody in Florida is doing good after that recent storm. So hoping to see you all soon. We'll talk to you later.